Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we are building a beach house for Windenburg, like on the little island. And it's like blue, which is definitely not something I've done before. But also it's like the same shape as I always do, but I made it fancy. I made it like a Tudor style beach house. So it's different, right? So I'm going to talk about today because I'm supposed to be in 7th period right now. There's a good reason I'm not. Just don't leave because I'm skipping class. It's been 32 minutes since class was supposed to start. He still hasn't, started the Zoom meeting, and I have a rule in my head where if it takes you more than 25 minutes after the class is supposed to start to get the Zoom meeting up, and you haven't told me on anything that there's, internet issues, I am allowed to do whatever I want during class. So I am recording a voiceover instead of going to my class, which, Classroom doesn't have nothing on no email or anything, nothing. So I'm just imagining something is, going on at school, or he just didn't feel like starting the Zoom meeting. Because let me just get this clear. This is not the first time this has happened. This is probably the 4th time this has happened, and he has never given us a reason why he has not started the Zoom meeting. He just doesn't. So this is now, it's December. It's been, 5 months since you've started, we did the Zoom thing. So you would think you'd be able to, get to class on time, or at least, start the meeting. Because this is the teacher, it's not like the students aren't there, because we're all probably waiting here. I'd imagine some people gave up quicker than I did, but, it's still open over there. It's, please wait for the host to start the meeting. It's still not there. It's almost 8th period at this time. I have basically given up that he's going to show up, but we're just going to make sure that I don't miss anything by leaving it open. But also, I think I may have talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about it again just in case. This teacher does not show up to any class on time. He has, in physical class, when we're actually at class, he doesn't show up on time either. He's usually at least 5 to 10 minutes late every day. He showed up on time one time, and I swear there were gasps around the room, because it's a gym class. So, but there's somewhat of a walk to get to the gyms, but they're inside in corridors that have no people in it at any time during the entirety of the day. So there's no traffic, and there's no congestion of people anywhere. So why is it taking you that long? I have no clue where this person is before class. He could be anywhere throughout the building, and it would not take 10 minutes to walk there. The building's big. There's 3,000 kids at this school, but it's not that big of a building that it's going to take more than that to get there. And also, it's been I think the latest he was missing from class or late was 23 minutes. We just kind of because there were balls sitting out, so we just did stuff with those. But what were you doing during that time? What? They were never there. And so it's very weird that we just kind of self-do this class. And so I'm guessing that he's either forgetting to look at the time, or he just really doesn't care. Because, this is, mid-December. As I said, it's been 5 months since the beginning of school. So you should have your schedule down by now, but apparently not. So I'm very glad that there are only 2 more weeks. Well, not even, 1 week, and then finals. So I only have to make sure that he's there next week. And he's probably not going to be. And then I have a different class entirely. I have oral communications. And hopefully that teacher, shows up on time. Also, fun fact, my schedule is getting scrambled so much. It is entirely different. I have only 2 of the same teachers, and I am only changing 2 classes, and I have 8 classes. So that tells you how much it's switched up, and my entire schedule is gone, because currently I have English last period, but next semester I have English first period. So everything just got swapped around almost entirely. Very fun. So I'm gonna have to learn an entirely new schedule, which isn't a big deal, but I am positive that there was going to be at least one day that I go to the wrong class at the beginning of the semester. And here they don't give like, you know, a couple days at the beginning of the semester to like, you know, have mistakes of going to the wrong class. They did that at my middle school. You got like the first like week that you were, you know, at a new schedule that you didn't get like counted for tardies because like they understand that you got a new schedule. But when high school rolls around, they're like, you know, if you can't figure it out within the first, you know, 4 minutes of passing period, well, that sucks, buddy. You're gonna have a tardy. And there's no like consequence for tardies, I guess. I guess they get counted against you on like grade, like not grades, but like your attendance. But, like, other than that, not really, because, like, at middle school, you had to stay after the bell, like, 5 minutes per tardy you had, which was really annoying, because, like, you could be, like, 12 seconds behind the bell, or you could be opening the door when the bell rang, and you'd have a tardy, which makes sense, because they want you to get to class. But those hallways were always super crowded, because there's, like, yeah, as I said, like, 3,500 at my high school right now, or maybe more, I don't really know, but there was 1,000 kids at, like, my middle school, and there was like a lot more people there, and there's half of the people at school right now, I get that, but there's more room to walk around, there's more different ways you could go, because there was really only one direction you could go to get anywhere at my middle school. So now it's like much easier, but there's more people, but I'm guessing that's gonna change when like everybody goes back to school. No clue though, because it's definitely very difficult. Also, when I was recording like one of the voiceovers from last week, I said that I got interrupted to go like eat lunch or dinner or something. I went to eat, and I realized during that time that I do something really weird when eating like chili. I don't know where this came from, but I put goldfish in my chili, which, you know, may sound really, really weird. But, like, people put, like, oyster crackers and, like, cheese in their, like, chili. So I'm basically just mixing the two. And I only do this because my dad does it. I don't know anybody else that does that. So please tell me, do you put goldfish in your chili? Or tell me I'm not alone. Because it seems so weird, but it's really good with, like, any type of chili. But, like, I feel like I would get, like, weird looks if I ever said, like, I like goldfish in my chili. Do you get me? But, like, it's definitely very weird to, like, because, like, that's probably not the only weird thing I do, but I live in the middle of the Midwest, and so we have a bunch of weird stuff, I'd imagine, that's different from, like, if you lived anywhere else in the world, or, like, just even in other places in the U.S., you'd be like, what are you doing? So that's fun. But, like, that's basically the only thing fancy. And like we don't have like a typical food that when you come here you know you're known for. We just kind of steal a bunch of other people's, like, because there's like not like restaurants that you are thinking of when you think of where I live. It's like a bunch of like there's not, I don't know, US food, there's a lot of food that you could think of, but like only like half of the restaurants here are like that. There's like a lot of like restaurants that are like, I don't know, like there's like obviously like Chinese food and Indian food, but there's like African like restaurants of like different parts of Africa, and that's really cool. The food's really good. There's like all of these like Latin American style like restaurants everywhere around here. It's really cool, but it's like it's different. So okay, so it's screenshot time, so I post a new video every day of the week, so you can watch another video tomorrow. Bye.